Now, this bloke keeps working and working and working. He's an absolute ripper. David Riccio for the Daily Telegraph. Welcome to the run home. Hello, mate.
Hey, good afternoon, Sugar. Hey, Barney.
How are you, mates?
Okay, this is a terrific, huge signing for the Sharkies, isn't it, Dave?
Yeah, look, it's hugely significant, absolutely. I think across the landscape of the NRL, I think that there's a view of the Sharks. They're just that one enforcer down from being a serious premiership contender, and the signing of Addin Fonua-Blake on a 4-year deal from 2025, guys. It's a potential game changer for the Cronulla Sharks as far as that pack is concerned, and it's big news in the fact that how stealth-like it was, guys.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, there was no Chinese restaurants, there was no Lazy Susans and paparazzi or whatever. It was very much stealth-like, and you got to give the executive team of the Sharks at Cronulla a huge rap on that front to emerge as victorious for this signature that really, they're so hard to come by. Dominant front rowers in the shape of Addin Fonua-Blake. Boys, in this job of mine, I'm talking to coaches and CEOs and recruitment managers every day, and they're all asking, you haven't heard if there's a beast front rower off contract or anyone upset or wants to leave. Every club wants one.
Yep.
And there's only a few clubs that have got them.
Well, I was telling a few clubs they had to try and sign Arta Mariotto. I think he's going to be the next big one in a few years. Yep. Addin Fonua-Blake, though, Dave, and there was a stack of clubs going after him. I tell you, they must have done a good job, both the board and Craig Fitzgibbon, in ultimately they're the bachelor, but they got the prize. Any idea how that all played out?
Yeah, Sugar, look, I think the key factor here for Addin Fonua-Blake, guys, is he's 29 years of age. And he still hasn't won that elusive premiership. Now, that's not to say that he can't go and win it next season with the Warriors. But at that point in time of your career and your age and what's left in your career, it's really difficult to commit to a footy club that's going through a transition. And that's certainly what St George Illawarra are going through at the moment, which is not to say that Shane Flanagan, his appointment, won't make, copious amounts, leaps and bounds of change and make up ground quickly. But Fonua-Blake's probably thinking, I don't know how much time I've got, and I want to make it happen now. And I think, to my original point, he's probably looked at the roster of Cronulla and realised that they have been playing finals footy. They've been contenders with Craig Fitzgibbon without being that top echelon of premiership threat. And you think about the rival suitors, the Bulldogs and the West Tigers, and so too Saints. They're just in this transition phase, guys. And when you're a big dog like Addin Fonua-Blake, who is at the back end of his career where he needs to make hay while the sun shines, I think that's a large reason why he signed. I think Craig Fitzgibbon's disciplined style. We think about Addin Fonua-Blake, guys. He's a different character, right? And there's no short of people willing to question that character. He's had a couple of misdemeanors off the field, and he needs a disciplined coach that puts structure around him. And I think Craig Fitzgibbon does that. And then the third point, guys, is that it's pretty much unbeknown, but Siosifa Talakai is his cousin.
Oh, wow.
Really?
I think Talakai played a significant role also. So a couple of factors there, but ultimately, Sharks fans are doing cartwheels through the Shire as we speak.
Yeah, mate, I've got to ask this on behalf of many of my family who are mad Sharks fans. They're excited for 2025, but look, what they're all asking is there a chance he comes earlier? Like the Warriors said, potentially they're open to it if they can get a like-for-like replacement. Is there any word on whether the Sharks are trying to engineer something so they can maybe get Addin a little bit earlier than 2025?
Barney, my understanding is no, and I'm getting the sense that it's almost part of the condition of release from the Warriors. That Addin, you've come to us and asked for a release. That is the Warriors at the end of 2024 for personal reasons. We will grant that so long as you stick around to try and help us win this premiership in what they believe they are in a premiership window. To up and leave now after signing with Cronulla, I get the sense it would be in veto of the conditions around actually letting him go early from what is an extended deal at the Warriors. He's currently on. So I think there's an appetite from Addin certainly to uphold that and see the 24 season through. And I knowing the way Craig Fitzgibbon operates too, guys, he's very much a loyal man, and he's very much his character first, and his word is his bond. And I get the sense that he would also be telling his current forward pack that, hey, let's go win. Let's go do it ourselves in 24 before even Addin gets here.
Mate, you've broken Christmas for my family. Thank you for doing that, though, because I'm not a Sharks fan at all, mate. I love my Knights.
Well, you got a couple of good front rows inside Feedy anyway, so you're flying.
You're spot on, though. They're not lying around too much, are they?
No.
Quality halves, quality props, that is absolutely for sure. And history has shown us they are pretty much the key ingredients you need. You saw it with the Broncos, the forward pack. You saw it with their halves and the Panthers for that matter. So well done, David. Big announcement which you've brought to us. We appreciate that on the run home. And what's on for the rest of the day, mate?
Hey, Sugar. Well, I'm actually on leave. I'm on holiday. So I was on the Banana Lounge in the pool when the call came through. And when the call comes through on such a significant story, you have to. You get the towel on and dry off and quickly start punching some words out to push out onto the Telegraph website. So I am going back to the pool with a nice cold drink, Sugar.
Good on you, mate.
Well
that
earned.
sounds lovely. That sounds, and you have earned it, absolutely. You've had a great year once again, David Riccio, and we appreciate your time here on the Run Home with Joel and Fletch.
Hey, thank you, boys. Go well.
There he is. What a good man he is, too. He's a terrific fellow, David Riccio, and he's had up with a big story, which you Sharkies fans are absolutely going to love. But for the Dragons fans, well, what now? You've missed out on Dearden. You've missed out on Fonua-Blake. You have recruited for 2025. We got Hame Sele. Is that for 2024 or is it 2024? Corey Allen and Shane Flanagan, of course, and Kyle Flanagan. So that's what you've got so far, the Dragons. But you're right, Barney, you've got to get yourself almost back to a consistently competitive side before you start getting these big scalps or pay massive overs. And in this case, it seems as though the Sharkies have come up with a great signing in Addin Fonua-Blake. It is a trade hour thanks to MS Safety, your Australian-owned workwear and PPE provider. There was a good text here. Where is it? I'll have to try and find it. Oh, Pedro. When Kiss we're talking about the
10-day cooling off period.
The 10-day cooling off period. Pedro says, when Kiss FM were chasing my listening ship, Hutchie gave me a 10-day cooling off period. Obviously, I stayed at SEN. Pedro, thank you very much. We do appreciate that on the run home with Joel and Fletch. Break, back with more.